is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world but keep the sky on your mind.
Alrighty. Hello there. Hello. Welcome to another stream here with FlyByWire. I'm just making sure that everything is in order. We're live on Twitch, on Kick, on Rumble, on YouTube. We are looking good with the nav bar there. Lovely A380 in the view. Looking good. Let me just double check that my streams are actually working here. Okay, Kick is on. Let me have a look at all of this stuff. All right. Okay, that's working. Which is fantastic for us. Yes, it is. Okay. Cool. All right. Okay. Hope everyone is doing well. Without further delay, let's get this party started. Okay. I don't know if anyone can see this. I'm not sure if I've made a mistake with the stream. Not entirely sure. But I hope you guys can actually see what's going on here. I hope you guys can see what's going on. I believe I've made it public. It is public, right? Yeah, I'm not so sure now. But anyway. Welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everything is actually visible here. I'm not entirely sure anymore. But nonetheless. EM says morning. Where we go? All right. You can see me. That is fantastic. Good morning, EM. I am going from Dubai to Muscat. A very classic route here on the channel. And the reason I'm doing that is just so we can... familiarize ourselves with the A380 once again, because this is one of my very favorite aircrafts and I just don't fly it enough because I'm almost always in 2024, but I really love the A380, the FlyByWire A380. It's absolutely brilliant, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So yeah, as a refresher, I'm going to go to one of my very classic routes, the one that I know very well. And we're in 2020, which I'm not gonna lie to you, I really like. I really still find Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 absolutely amazing. I don't care what anybody says, 2020 is still brilliant. Okay, it is absolutely brilliant. I'm having a bit of issue with the frame rate here because there's too much going on there is a lot going on when I stream to so many places, but it's absolutely brilliant. Look at Dubai. Look at how beautiful it is. Just absolutely perfect. Okay, and then we've got our Dubai International Airport here. Got our A380 right there. Really, really brilliant. This is the Inibuilds Dubai scenery that I've got installed here, and in 2020 it lacks the interior details and stuff, but I'm not complaining. It's still good enough for me. It contains the right amount of details for me. Just the interior is not modeled as well in 2020. You know, it's their constant effort to try and push people to 2024, which I feel is almost unfair of them, because it's not warranted. In all honesty, I miss the user interface in 2020. It's so much better than 2024. So much better than 2024. So yeah, I'm a 2020 fan. Okay. Now, that all being said, wait, hold on. Okay, that's working as well. Perfect. That all being said, we've got a little bit of a frame rate issue there. The reason for that is fairly simple. It's because there's a lot of aircraft here. In addition to that, I am streaming on 4 platforms, so I am not really too bothered about the frame rates at the moment. But clearly there's something wrong since the last live stream that I've been experiencing. Oh, look at that. I think I need to update my reshade. Ah, okay, so this is a reshade problem. Yep, it's a reshade problem. Look at that. When I turn off reshade, the frame rate goes back to normal. Yeah, it's a reshade problem. Let me just put it on performance mode. Okay. And then, there we go. No, it doesn't do anything. I just need to update my reshade, then it will work. Yeah, alright. So for now, I'm gonna fly with the reshade off. Alrighty. Okay. Given that, let's go ahead and start our beautiful, beautiful aircraft here. The A380, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Isn't that just wonderful? I think this is by far the best free add-on, the best freeware available for Microsoft Flight Sim. I just wish I could fly it in 2024. Mine does not work in 2024 just yet for some reason. I know some people, have seen them flying it in 2024, but unfortunately for me, it doesn't work. So I still have to go to 2020 to fly it, which I really don't mind if I'm being honest. But it would be lovely to have this beautiful aircraft over in 2024. It's just perfect. For a freeware, it's out of this world. It's better than some payware. It's such a nice aircraft. Handling is brilliant, flight model is brilliant. It's just an overall, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Okay, perfect. With all of that said, let's go ahead and jump into our aircraft here. There we go. Syed Daniel, hello Captain, how are you, my mate? That's been a long freaking time. How are you doing, man? The last person I expected to time into the live stream here, Mr. Daniel. How are you doing? It's been a very, very long time. Welcome back onto the channel. Welcome. Hope you're doing well, man. Long time no see. Very long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and get our systems going here. Just before we do, let's turn on this little tablet, which FlyByWire tablet, sorry. It's really good. I'm doing great. That's fantastic to hear. That is fantastic to hear, Mr. Daniel. Where are we going today? We're going from Dubai to Muscat, the classic route. I'm just familiarizing myself with the A380 once again. I haven't flown it in a while. I plan on making a few videos with it. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to familiarize myself with it on the most well-known route that I have. So why not share that with you guys on a stream. V1 Rotate, hello there, mate. Welcome to the live stream. How are you doing? How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so we've got some SimBrief data imported into our EFB here. Let's go to our ground services. Let's make sure that the GPU is connected. Yes, it is. What else do we need to do here? Payload. We've got GSX payload syncing available. For fuel, do we have GSX syncing available? Let's have a look. Third-party options. Here we go. Fueling synchronization. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. I'm doing well, V1 Rotate. I'm doing well. Thank you very much for asking. Good to know that you're having a good day. Okay, so we're going to turn on all GSX. Let's see if it works. Everything should be working well here today. Let's go up here, turn on all the external powers. And then I'll turn on the batteries one by one. There we go. Crew oxygen supply, voice recorder right there. It's not the voice recorder, just the recorder right there. Strobe lights can go to automatic. Nav lights can go to on. Let's get our passenger signs up and running. Emergency lights armed there. And let's get our ADIR systems to nav. I'm going to leave the fuel pumps off. Everything else can remain off here. I don't need to worry about it for the time being. Perfect. Ooh, a little bit of a stutter there. Look at that. Okay, let this come to life. Let's go down here. Let's go to init. Okay, we can request our flight plan. And we can insert it directly right here. There we go. Let's insert our received flight plan, OMDB, OMS, OOSA. That should be Salala, I'm not sure. Okay, all of that is done. Let's go to our IRS. It's aligning on GPS, so we don't need to worry about that. Departure out of OMDB. Today we're going to be using runway 30 left. So let's do that. Runway 30 left. Our SID for today is ANVI 7 Foxtrot. So we can take a nice little look at Dubai as we depart out of here. So let's insert that. Let's go down to Muscat. And today we're going to be using runway 26R to land. And our approach is going to be using the ILS into runway 26R there. For our arrival, we are supposed to be using ITIC 1 Bravo. Okay, so ITIC 1 Bravo. I don't think we're going to use any transition today, so let's any via, and we're going to put that in there. That should be our flight plan. If we take a look at it, there's a bunch of discontinuities there from Liva. Okay, that's fine. We can clear that out. Let's delete that. Got another discontinuity here between OBNEG and the ILS systems. We can remove that. Oh, what is going on here? Okay, that's interesting. We can't remove the discontinuity just like that. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, so we've got our flight plan and it's looking excellent. All right, let's go back to init page. Let's go back to our init page, and what can we do here? Let me display the chat up here for a second there so you guys can see. Right? Yep, so you guys can see your chats up there for the time being. We can go to navaids. Now, in terms of navaids, we can pre-tune our arrival frequency for the ILS if we like, or we can just double check that as we come into land. In either case, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we're landing into runway 26 right. The frequency for that is not this. It is 110.70. So let's see if that's possible for us to fix that right now. IMR at 110.70 at a distance of 186 nautical miles seems about correct. So course should be 264, 63. That is correct as well. So there you go. Now we've got the correct ILS inputted there. Perfect. Fuel and load. Now this is where we need to take a look at what's going on here. Let's come here. We've got all of this. We've got all that fast and payload. We've got that fast. We have the GSX synchronization with the fueling set. Let's see if it works. Okay. So I'm going to 31,300 kilograms of fuel. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, okay. So I guess I'll have to request the refueling. Okay. I'm going to request refueling. Oh, hold on. I think I know what to do. To do this, first of all, I need to turn this off. I need to come back here. I need to put this down. And I need to put it on instant and do that. Then I need to download that. Go here. Come back here. Turn that on. Come back here. Fast, and now it should work. So GSX, I've requested refueling, and I'll also request the boarding here as well. Okay, so we've got our jetway connecting. Very good. There we go. Our jetway is connecting up very nicely here. Brilliant. There we go. Looking good, ladies and gentlemen. Looking good. Oh, and the jetway has just inserted itself into the aircraft. You can ignore that, hopefully. Okay, let's come down here. Cargo loading. Are the doors going to open up automatically? I don't think so. Where's the refueling truck? Where is the refueling truck? It's not even here yet. Oh, that's interesting. The refueling truck hasn't yet arrived. Okay. Let me actually go check in GSX what it says in terms of status of the refueling. Fuel truck is in position. No, it's not. Where on earth is the fuel truck? Oh, there it is. Oh, my bad. Underneath all of this, we've got a rogue jetway here. I think I've got one too many jetways. But there we go. EM says, inbuilt sceneries of airports are expensive, but quality. Yeah, it is high quality. In 2020, though, a lot of features are missing for inbuilt stuff, especially for the sceneries and things. Like the interiors are not modeled. So the price may not be justified for 2020. In 2024, yes, it makes sense. Like I have the Doha scenery for 2024 by inbuilts, and it's absolutely brilliant, right? So that's something that we have to take into account. Okay. Good. Let me go back into our cockpit here. There we go. Let's have a look. Payload. We're waiting for that, aren't we? Fuel. Now refueling has begun. That's fantastic. Let's see if the fuel truck actually shows us that. Yep, it does. We can see the dial on the fuel truck there. Rather the meter on the fuel truck. increasing right there. So fueling is happening, refueling is happening, which is fantastic. Look at how beautiful that looks. Very nice. Okay, after that's done, we should begin with our passenger boarding. And while all of that is happening, let's see if we can go down to our FMC and finish this up. Zero fuel weight. What is our planned zero fuel weight? It is 342.6. 342.6. Okay. What is our block fuel? Our block fuel is 31,300. That is 31.3 there. Let's put that in. Okay. Our zero fuel weight center of gravity, that one is right here, planned at 35.20. So let's put that in, 35.2. That is brilliant. Everything else here is just fine. Let's go to takeoff performance, V1, V2 and all that stuff. We can calculate that. Where do we calculate that again? We don't have a performance calculator here. We need to go to SimBrief for that. So we can do that in SimBrief. As a matter of fact, SimBrief dispatch is right here. We can do it right here so you guys can also see it. The transport lad. Hello, this A380 looks really good. It is. It really is. It's absolutely brilliant. The A380 by FlyByWire is absolutely brilliant. And welcome to the stream, Transport Lad. Are you flying on VATSIM? No, I'm not. I'm not flying on VATSIM today. I'm just having a little refresher of the A380. We're just flying it on a classic route on the channel from Dubai to Muscat. I just want to refresh how to fly the A380. So no, we're not flying on VATSIM. It's just a regular old flight in the flight sim. Look at that. Isn't that just absolutely gorgeous? I love this A380 because it really gives you it's modeled so well. And I really do feel like I'm actually flying the thing. I do feel like that with the A380 fly-by-wire. So yeah, it's brilliant. Fueling truck has just left us. Cargo loading is yet to begin. I don't know if it will automatically open the doors or whether I need to nudge it along. Isn't this one free? Yes, it is. It is absolutely free, and that's what makes it that much more incredible. So let's get the cargo doors open there. Hello? Is the cargo door going to open? Okay, there it is. Cargo doors are opening. This is... yeah, it is. It's absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Okay. All right, let's take a look at our SimBrief dispatch here. Let's go to performance and tools, and we'll calculate what values we need to input into our FMC there. Okay, so let's just populate the values from the last flight. Has boarding process begun? Passengers are boarding. Okay, let's actually go to the top there. Ooh, got some frame rate issues there. Start up the APU bleed can go on, and the APU itself can go on. Let's go back down here. Okay, let's calculate our takeoff performance for today. What is it gonna be? Okay, it says flap setting 1, flex, assume temperature 66. Okay, that's fine. And anti-ice is off, bleeds are on. V1 145. Let's put that in. Let's put 145 for VR as well. Let's put 150 for V2. That's good. And we need this here, which we'll figure out in just a second. And that's pretty much it. Okay. That is pretty much it. Brilliant. Let's put that away. THS. THS4. Let's go to payload. Planned. Okay, so we need 36.4. Let's try 36.4. Okay. Okay, good. All that is done. Let's put our... let's put that on. Let's get... that is on manage mode. Yes, it is. Our cruising altitude for today. Let's have a look. What is supposed to be our cruising altitude for today? Climb, cost index 141, cruising altitude... what is it now? Cruising altitude is 270. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Let's put 270. Ooh. There we go. Yeah, we got managed there, managed. We're pretty much ready to get out of here. There we go. Let's put that down to 10. Yeah, we're pretty much ready to get out of here. We just need to wait for our boarding process to finish up, and then we are ready to go. Okay, looking good. Let's check out our views available today. We got that, our classic forward look there. We've got a bunch of those. Those don't matter. Oh, we got a problem with that. Oh, that's the jetway. So ignore that. We got a good view there, I believe. Yes, we do. Okay, good view there and a good view there. Perfect. Perfect. Let's get this. Let's see. We can see the passengers. That's brilliant. We can see the passengers. Boarding up. All right, we're gonna finish. We're gonna let that finish up. Shouldn't take too long now. We do have 410 passengers today, though, so that's a lot of passengers. Let's see how that goes. Let us see how that goes. Okie dokie. While we wait for this, I'm going to use this opportunity to look around where we are at the moment. That's not too bad, is it? For the scenery, that is not too bad. EM, if you listen closely, it sounds like someone sweeping vigorously during landing. Yeah, it does. I agree with you, EM. It does sound like that. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good model. It's a pretty good model. There are lots and lots of aircrafts over there. As a matter of fact, since we're still waiting on the boarding process here, let's head on over here and see what these aircrafts are, because I'm seeing quite a number of them. Let's just increase the speed there. There we go. Alrighty. What are these? These are Q400s? Yes, they are. They are a Bombardier aircraft parked all the way here. I don't know why they're parked all the way here, but they are. Okay, let's head back to our aircraft. The A380. We do have 400 passengers today, so that is one of the issues we have. We can close the cargo door though. Something to do for us, right? Let's close up the cargo door. I guess suppose it's we do have it on refueling on fast, but it's still taking its sweet time loading up the passengers there. Okay, ground services, let's close up the cargo door. We no longer need the ground power unit, we can disconnect it. So we've got our forward door open. Why is that open? Huh. Fly Dubai makes flights to Moscow? Yeah, it does. Yes, it does. I believe it's to Rostov-on-Don or something like that. Isn't that the place where they make their flights into Russia? Rostov-on-Don. Okay, our loading is taking forever. Is there any way I can just fast forward this thing? Let me have a look. It's just gonna take forever, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, come on. Still got about 80, 70 something passengers to board. So that's happening. Oh, I know what we can do while we wait for this. I know what we can do while we wait for this. We can go and have a look at the cabin. So we can go ahead and have a look at our cabin, ladies and gentlemen. Look at it. Those are the business class seats. For some reason I can't really move very well. Ah, there we go. That's much better. Okay, so we got our business class seats right here. They look pretty cool. Don't they? They look pretty cool. Oh, I can just use this. Okay, excuse me. Okay, a little bit of issue with the overhead compartments there, but overall not so bad. But at the same time, the skin is see-through here. That's kind of weird. What the heck is going on here? That's not so fun. Yeah, that's not exactly a well done cabin here. I don't know what's wrong with it. I believe it's the livery that's the issue, but yeah. Okay, that's not too bad. That is a very good cabin. This is a very good cabin. Look at that. Some economy passengers there. That kind of creeped me out. But sure. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad at all. All right. Anyway. It's time for us to head back into the cockpit. It's been 35 minutes since I started this stream, so we're taking a bit of time here due to the passenger loading. Okay. Those are some weird animations for the passengers. Okay, I'm just gonna head back into the cockpit. What are we looking at? 399, almost there. Yay, we're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just go to GSX and request prepare for pushback and departure. And today we are going to be turning our nose off to the left so that we can go towards runway 30 left. Let's take a quick look at today's flight plan here as well, so you guys understand exactly what's going on. So here we are in Dubai. We're going to take off. So we're parked right here. We're going to take off from runway 30 left right here, which is why we're turning our nose off to the left. We're going to take off and we're going to perform a U-turn basically, and we're going to be able to see downtown Dubai quite clearly using this departure. So we're going to enjoy that view for a second, turn back around, head down towards the east, more like the east southeast, yeah, more like east southeast, and we're gonna go towards Oman, where we are going to fly a little out, turn back in around, and oh wait, the departure procedure is not showing up here. Let me add that for you guys so you can see that a bit clearly. Let me add that procedure there. I can't see it. For runway 26 right. What? I literally had this in here. Now it's not showing up. That's so weird. That is so weird. Okay, anyway, it's fine. You'll see the arrival procedure on the navigation display. Anyway, so we're about to begin our pushback. Jetway has disconnected. Everything is closed. Brilliant. There we go. Pushback getting attached. Perfection. Now, cabin lights. How do we control the cabin lights on this again? I have completely forgotten if we can even control the cabin lights. How do we control the cabin lights? Nose off to the left today. Okay, whatever. Release parking brake. I'm going to do that right away. There we go. We are pushing back finally, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and start up our engines. Beacon lights on there. Let's put the pumps on one by one. Go, pumps are on, beacon lights are up and on there. Engine start, we need to go to ignition on that, and let's go ahead and get this started up. Start with engine number 2. Engine number 2 coming to life. There we go. We can actually start both the engines together if we like. Ooh, why do we have reverses on? Oh, good lord. I think there's something wrong with my throttle calibration there. We'll fix it in a second. Oh, good lord. Yeah, I need to go in there and fix that. We'll go in there and fix that momentarily. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Have we finished our pushback? Not yet. This is interesting. Parking brake set. What on earth is going on here? Forgotten how to do this. Ah, there it is. Surveillance, we're going to put it on auto at the moment. We're going to leave it like this. Okay, we're going to put that. We're going to put that. Let's just leave it like this. Okay. Good. Let's begin engine number 3. This is exactly why we do practice runs, so things like this don't happen. There we go, we got the lady walking away from us, which is great. Let's just go ahead and flick open engine number 4 as well here. Right. I think we are ready to go. Perfect. Ignition back down to normal. APU bleed off. Let's put our taxi lights on here. Everything else is looking good. Let's do that. Let's put our auto brake to... What? Why is our auto brake not working? Hold on a second. Supposed to put it to RTO right there. Good. That's done. Let's now try and get the throttles calibrated, because that's something I need to do here, right? That for some reason is not working. So let me go to throttle calibration. Where is throttle calibration? Calibrate. Reverser is not on axis 1. Okay, so this right here is supposed to be save and apply. Okay, that's good. Let's put climb is right here. This is flex. Yep, that is flex, correct. Now let's go to toga. Okay, that's good. Everything is done as it should. We've got our we don't have reverse thrust though, so that is a problem. Yeah, we don't have reverse thrust, so that is a problem. Okay, now we do. A little bit of a problem here with reverses and stuff, but apart from that I think we're okay. Okay, sorry about this, guys. All right, sorry about this. Let's go ahead and test our flight controls there. Flight controls looking good. We can go to the other side, see them in action. That's fantastic. Okay. Good. All our flight controls are working as they should. Let me release the parking brake one more time and we can get out of here. So that's been a 47 minutes on the ground right now. So this is why you need to practice the aircraft. Okay, takeoff configuration. We can test it and it's all normal and we're ready to go. What about our weather radar and stuff? Does that work here? I don't think we have it here, do we? Not entirely sure whether we do. Anyway, we are on our way towards runway 30 left. Yep. Okay, brilliant. Finally, we are on our way. We're traveling quite briskly here, and that's okay. Got a long taxi today. Slow to get off the ground today, but I'm not complaining too much. Look at the engine wobble on that too. Very nice. Look at the lineup of aircrafts there to land into Dubai. It is really very busy. That was a brisk landing right there. Okay. Very nice. We are finally on our way. It's good to get off. It's good to get off the gate there. But it has been rather late. 52 minutes to get off the ground. That is probably the latest I've ever gotten off the ground. I usually push off the gate in about 30 minutes. So we're about 10 minutes, I would say 20 minutes late to push off the gate there. Okay, so let's head on towards runway 30 left. Okay. I'm gonna take this turn onto the runway. Let's come here. Let's put that on TA only. Let's get our landing lights on. Let's put that up there. Let's put that to automatic. Nav light should be on. And strobe lights. What the hell? What happened to the lights? Okay, anyway. We're ready to get out of here. Ready to get out of here. All right. Prepare for takeoff. Prepare for takeoff. Alrighty. Hope you guys are ready. Here we go. Okay. All right. Let's get on out of here, all right?
V1.
Okay, let's rotate. There we go. Positive rate, gear up. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are out of here.
Traffic.
Okay, I don't care about the traffic. Brilliant. Let's put our ground spoilers to disarmed there. Can put our autopilot on. Flaps can go up. Did we set our trim correctly before taking off? I don't think we did. Don't think we did. I don't even know where to set it correctly. It was right here, but I didn't set it correctly. I don't think I did. Okay. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are on our way out of here. And let's take a gorgeous look at Dubai. There it is. As we fly out of here. Very nice. Behind us is the airport there. Look at that. Go. Climbing through 6,600 feet. Just need to worry about the landing lights. We can put our nose lights off already. Climbing steeply out of here. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Off to Muscat we go. Okay. 10,000 feet. Let's turn off our landing lights there. Let's turn off our passenger signs or put them to automatic. Hello there, Mr. Runners. How are you doing, mate? Welcome to the live stream. I'm doing well. How are you doing? We have just taken off from Dubai in the FlyByWire A380 in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. And we're on our way to the classic route, on our way to Muscat. Fantastic. Okay, let's head back into our cockpit. Let's get the cinematic view going on here. There we go. Let me just hide that for a time being, just so we can have a very nice gander. This beautiful, beautiful view. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful, guys? Isn't that just beautiful? Let me check out the other side for a second. Oh, yes. Look at that as we leave Dubai behind. That is the marina area there. Actually, it's not. Yeah, it is. My bad. That is the Dubai marina area there that you're looking at. Absolutely wonderful. Such a beautiful place. So beautiful. That is so cool. What a nice view. Go Dubai downtown right there. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And I nearly forgot. We've got these views available to us right here. I thought I had another view from the back of the landing gears, but I don't. Check that out. Check that out as we fly out of here. Look at that. Absolutely wonderful. Great. This is what it's all about for me. This is flight simming right here. Look at that. What a gorgeous view. Alright, we're gonna now jump into the cockpit for a second here. Very, very gorgeous. We're making our climb here, and our QNH, we need to change that to standard. Forgot about that. My bad. But beyond that, we are on our way with nothing else to worry about. Let's just increase the range here so we can have a look at the route. It's a very short one, as you can tell. As you can tell. Right there, very nice. Beautiful. Now the question is, should I fast forward this a little bit? Or should I continue at this rate? Let's just reach our cruising altitude at least before I actually begin fast forwarding. The flight is short anyway, so I don't think I really need to fast forward much. But it's absolutely great, and I love the sounds. I absolutely adore the sounds from inside the cabin. Just fantastic. Does an A380 land in Muscat? I know that there is enough room in Muscat to easily land an A380, but in real life, do they actually fly into Muscat? That's a good question, and a question that I don't have an answer to. So let's go ahead and find that out, shall we? Let me go and find out. I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Yes. Anas, to answer your question, the A380 does fly to Muscat International Airport, and Emirates actually operates the A380 between Muscat and Dubai. And I know about this because I remember while I was in uni, we learned about the fact that they use the route from Dubai to Muscat as an actual training route for A380 pilots. Okay, they actually use that Dubai to Muscat route as a training route for the A380 pilots, is what I've heard. And so yeah, it's only fitting that on this channel I always use the Dubai Muscat and Muscat to Dubai route as my training route with anything and everything. So today it's a real life training route actually being performed as a training route. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? I didn't think of that when I was planning this though, so it's a happy accident, but I do know about that. I have heard about that while I was in uni. As you can see, we are crossing the absolutely magnificent terrain that surrounds this entire beautiful region of the Gulf. And as you can see, it's much better in 2020. You will not get this level of clarity and crispness in ground texture in 2024 when you're flying overhead. I don't care who says what. 2024 is really good when you're up close. The second you are up in the air like this, it's garbage. So this is where 2020 is still much better, and it's just absolutely unbeaten. Look at the crispness that we're seeing. Right, and this is without reshade, by the way. I've turned off reshade for today's flight because I need to update it. It's giving me a little bit of FPS drop, actually quite a significant FPS drop. So I've turned it off for this flight. After I update it, we'll have a good look at it. Look at how beautiful this is. Gorgeous stuff. So what do you think, Mr. Anas? Do you think we should fast forward this flight at least a little bit now that we're at our cruising? Oh, we're not yet at our cruising altitude. We're not yet at our cruising altitude. Once we reach our cruising altitude, we will fast forward it just a little bit. Oh, we are. Never mind. It's 25,000 feet. It's supposed to be 27,000 feet. Yeah, there it is. We're climbing very slowly at the moment. So that's interesting. It's struggling to climb above that. That's very fascinating. Yeah, perhaps I will fast forward this, eh? Just beautiful. The view is so good, I don't even have anything to say. It seems like we are holding at 25,000 feet rather than climbing any further. So I think it's time for us to go ahead and give it a little bit of fast forward with the time. Before I do, let me have top of descend is after a lever, okay? So I guess we could give it a little bit of fast forward here. Sim rate. Let's do into 2 here. Should we do into 4? I think into 4 is going to be overkill, but nonetheless. Let's try it. Into 4. Look at that. Doesn't seem to have any issues with fast forwarding. Nope. None whatsoever. Yep, look at that. No issues whatsoever. We have already crossed into Oman, by the way. We'll be coming up on our top of descent very, very shortly as it is. Look at that. The external views aren't the best. Still pretty good though. Yeah, that's a cool, very cool view there. So we got that, we got this, we got this. So 8 and 9 are absolutely beautiful views. Okay, cool. All right, let me go ahead and put this rate back to normal. Let's go back to our cockpit here. And we're coming up on top of descent, ladies and gentlemen. Top of descent is coming up. So let's come down here. Yeah, it is too steep. Don't worry about it. Let's see. Where is our final altitude? 2,180 feet. So we just need 2,180. Okay, 2,000. $2,180. There we go. Okay. Good. I'm gonna leave it like this, and we're gonna come down in. Everything else is correct here apart from our destination data, which I'm pretty sure is wrong. So if we come down here to performance, approach. Okay, let's input our data for Oman. Get that ready. In Oman at the moment, the wind is 320 degrees 17 knots. So let's put that in, 320, 17 knot. We've got outside air temperature at 35 degrees Celsius, so warm day there. QNH is 10, 11, perfect. Let's put that in. Baro minimum, I'm gonna put radio 200, that is my usual. And transition 15,000, we are looking good. We are too steep path ahead. Yes, I know. I know, that's okay. There we go. Now we'll begin our descent, but I think we'll be just fine. I think we're gonna be just fine as we descend. What did I just say? As we descend. I don't know what's wrong with my mouth. As we descend. Okay. Mr. Anas, are you still with us? EM is still with us, so it's gonna be fun. Let's see how the landing is gonna go. Any bets? Any bets on what I'm gonna do with the landing? Am I gonna stuff it up? I'm gonna pull the speed brakes out. Here is short runways, but at this airport, few gates for the Super A380. No, the runway is pretty long into Muscat. The runway is pretty long. There's enough room at the runway. It's 12,600 feet. As for gates for the A380, you've got a couple of options with you. Okay, you've got a few options, and that's it. You've got two gates that are particularly suited for the A380. There is a gate I usually like to park at, so we might just go for that one too. We'll see. Oh, you wrote about Dusseldorf. Okay, my bad. I thought you were talking about Muscat. Oh no. We have a little bit of a problem here. Why is our auto throttle not working? Oh no. Unbelievable mistake by me. Nobody noticed this, huh? Not even I did. Not even I did. Guess what? I never put the thrust lever into auto throttle. The auto throttle was never working. That is why the aircraft was failing to descend and climb. See, this is why I do practice runs before actually recording videos or using the aircraft, because this is why. I'm so used to the little thing that comes here, but I completely missed it for some reason. The thrust lever was in the wrong place. Completely wrong place. So now to descend is going to be very, very difficult because we're at 24,000 feet, right? So to make this descent is going to be very, very difficult. But here at Fly Danube, we never say never. So let's see what we can do, right? Let's see what we can do. Can't believe I didn't catch that mistake. Forgot to put the levers into climb. There. So auto throttle was never working. It just kept speeding along. That's it. Good Lord. Will we make it? Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely, because at this point we're supposed to be at... Let's just activate approach right now. Not yet. I can't do that just yet. Let me just go to flight plan. Let me come here. Performance. I'll leave this here. Okay, let's have a look. I was supposed to be at 8,000 feet and instead I'm at 19,000 feet. There's no chance. There is no chance we're making this one. Got our speed brakes out, thrust idle. I don't think we're gonna make this one, but that's okay. That's okay. Any bets? Anas, EM, are we gonna make it? Any wagers? What do you guys think? You think I'm gonna make it? The airport is right there. We're at 20-something thousand feet. Do you think I'm gonna make it? After this stupid mistake by me. This is exactly why you do practice flights before you actually record something or fly it for like a video or something. This is exactly why. Because it takes some getting used to. It really makes sense why pilots have to keep their training current, you know? Doesn't matter how well or how much you used to fly it. If you take a break, you need to re-familiarize yourself. Clear that, please. Okay, there we go. We're catching up. Brilliant. We're catching up with our altitude. There we go. We've already sorted that issue out. Really cool. Perfect. Come on. Why are we still descending so quickly? It's okay. Not gonna worry about it, and I'm gonna put that speed brake back down. Let's go auto brake too low. Gonna arm that up. Okay. That is good. Where is the weather radar on this thing? I still don't know. Let's switch out to local pressure, which is 1011, correct? Good. Our speed is supposed to be way lower, so let's put out that speed brake one more time. There we go. Speed brake is coming out slowly but surely. There we go, slowing us down. At least we are in command of our vertical profile now. Brilliant. This is all lovely. Good. We've made it, ladies and gentlemen. We have made it. I did not expect to make this one, but we have. We've managed to correct our deviation. And gonna get ready for landing gear drop momentarily. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yep, it's steep, but we can make it. I'm gonna leave the speed brakes out. Good. Good, 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 good. Let's reduce the range on that. Reduce the range on that. Do we activate approach just yet? Nope. 10,000 feet coming up. Let's turn that on. Let's put that on taxi in advance. I like to do that. Let me make sure that these lights, our passenger signs, are on there as well. Everything else is looking pretty much as it should. Okay, just flaps. Okay, we're gonna wait for that. Still at 250 knots, 10,000 feet. Brilliant. Good. There is Muscat. I think Muscat is somewhere there, right? We've passed the airport. Yes, we have. We have passed the airport on our side. It should be somewhere here. Just don't see it. Very good. Oh, there it is. There's the airport coming into view. Seeb International, ladies and gentlemen. Probably the best freeware airport scenery. Okay, but Kuwait is also really good. So you got these two competing for the best freeware scenery from FlightSim.to for Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 and 2024. There you go. There's the airport we're landing at. We are perfectly fine now. We don't even need the speed brake, if I'm being honest. Yeah, we no longer need the speed brake to help us maintain our altitude and speed. So we're gonna stow that away. Perfect. $8,000. Looking fantastic. This side is just the ocean now. Good. This is the lower deck, I believe. Yes. Lower deck business class, premium economy, whatever it is. This is the upper deck. Business class, there we go. So that's the upper deck view. Alrighty. Okay, we're getting ready here. We can activate our approach mode momentarily. Not yet, though. Not yet. Not too steep, we are fine. $250 knots, 6,500 feet. Still going on. 196 here, 170 here. We're perfectly fine. Nothing to worry about. Great. Gonna put away the chat for the time being. I don't use the checklist in the A380. I don't use the checklist for Airbus actually. The only real aircraft I use the checklist in is the 777. I should probably use the checklist, but hey. Okie dokie, let's now get the localizer armed here. I'll just leave the approach on. Leave approach mode on there. Approach is activated anyway. Yes, it is. Good. Good. Let's begin dropping some flaps, etc., in just a moment, as soon as we have the speed check. We need to prepare for landing rather briskly. Sky dolly time. Let's go ahead and record our flight today with the A380 for landing replay purposes. Okay, I'm gonna extend the speed brake here. Bring our flaps down as well. Try and get us to slow down a little quicker because we need to catch the ILS. It's coming in a little high here. Beautiful. Yeah, we are way off high, aren't we? Yeah, we are way too high, but let's see how we can manage this. Let's bring our drag significantly up, so hopefully that will be able to counteract what we're doing at the moment. Should probably activate an approach a little sooner, but here we are. Okay, let's see what we can do. Is he gonna catch up with the glide slope? That is a big question. Flaps full. Speed managed automatically. Come on, catch up with the glide slope. You can do it. Speed brakes full, please. Come on, I need to slow this thing down and we need to descend till we catch the glide slope. Okay, once that's done, we can arm our ground spoilers. But until then, we're in a bit of a pickle. We're consistently way above the glide slope. Okay, glide slope has been captured, which is fantastic news. Okay. Good. Very good. 3,000 feet. Gonna put back our speed brake there. Arm the ground spoilers. Flaps are full. That's set. Let me go ahead and get our landing gear out. There we go. Gear is coming out. Brilliant. Coming into land at Muscat, ladies and gentlemen. We seem to have everything under control. Perfect. Perfecto. Okie dokie. Taxi lights are on already, I believe, right? Yes, they are. Everything else is looking good. Let's take a quick gander from this side. We'll take another look this side and we are ready to get this party started. In terms of landing, of course. Okay. Good. My aircraft. What? I can't disengage the AP from here? Oh, that sucks. Anyway. My aircraft. First time hand flying the A380 in a while. Let's see how this goes. Okay, let's see how it goes.
1,000.
Okay, We're off. We're off to the side. Okay. So, let's just... Okay. We're coming in too low, aren't we?
4.
What? I think we're okay. Yep, I got it. Good. Let's see how it goes. Not worried about the glide slope at all. 200. 280, sorry. There we go.
Minimum.
Okay. Proceed. Get out of the way. God dang.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Okay, that was a little rough there. Ooh, okay, that was not a good landing by any means. I get distracted so easily towards the end by such nonsense.
Auto brake off.
I get distracted by such nonsense so easily towards the ending. So that was unbelievable. A plane came on the runway, and that was enough to throw me off. That is not good. But nonetheless, welcome to Oman, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Oman. Let's go ahead and put all our flaps and all that good stuff up. And let's turn ourselves off right here, okay? Good. Good. Okay, so that was a meh landing. Sorry. That was definitely not what I wanted, but, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. So let's turn around, find ourselves the parking that I like, and then go. Very nice turn there. Come on. Could have done a better landing than that. Could have definitely done a better landing than that. But yeah. I haven't really been too successful at landing the A380. The few times that I have flown it, I haven't been very successful at it. So I don't know. The landing replay will tell. For now, let's just go ahead and find ourselves a nice little parking. Okay, our aircraft is nice and cleaned up. Still fun though, still fun. That approach was not stable at all. I got distracted, my bad. My bad. Alrighty. Look at that beautiful airport. Seeb International. Okay, so our parking is supposed to be right there, and we've got somebody occupying one of my favorite parkings there. Are we gonna fit in the other place? We don't know. We don't know, but I'm gonna make a turn here and let's see if it works. Okay, I don't think we're gonna fit, but we're gonna make it work. There are gates on the other side which are marked extra. I believe that's where we're supposed to land, park our A380. We're gonna cheat here. Try and park it using this view. Okay, so we've parked our aircraft. We need to look at our landing replay. So let's have a look at that. Okay, we'll have a look at our landing replay. Let's see how terrible that landing really was, right? Sky dolly or sky dolly, have you worked? Yes, you have. No, okay, so we've got that issue. So ignore that stuff for now. We'll go all the way to the back. We need to know when we touch down. We touch down right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and have a look at our landing replay right now. There we go. Landing an A380 after a long time into Muscat, Seeb International. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see how it went. EM, you think it wasn't that terrible? Let's find out. Let's find out. I felt like it was quite wobbly. It's a very different aircraft to handle, the A380. So let's have a look. Yeah, a little bit hard there, you see that? A little bit hard, and we did wobble there as well. So it was definitely a firm landing, and there was a nice little wobble there as well. So I wouldn't say it's I would say it's a meh landing. Is the best way I can describe it. It really was a meh landing, It wasn't too terrible, but it was terrible enough. It was quite firm there. It was quite a firm landing. Usually in real life, the landings with the A380 are very, very smooth. Okay, I'm going to press no there. Let's go down there. Let's press play there. Let's have a look at the replay from this view. This will tell us more about the actual landing performance in terms of touchdown zone, center line, and the landing rate as well. So let's have a look at it. Was it any good? I don't really mind it though, because it's been a while. I need to do a few more flights with the A380. Perhaps tonight I'll do another one with the A380 as well, just so we get a little more practice before I make a video from Bangkok to Dubai. I'll be flying from Bangkok to Dubai using the A380. So let's see, how did the practice landing number 1 go? Okay, we're coming in. Yeah, it was a pretty heavy touchdown. It's pretty firm, heavy touchdown, and then we drifted off to the left, to the right, sorry, although we kind of control that, but it wasn't exactly the best. It feels wind if lightweight, but when it's heavy, it doesn't even feel 5 knots, yeah. Lovely sounds though. Anyway. Let's have a few more looks at the landing replays. And for this one, which one should I use here? Let me put that on pause there. Put number 1 there. Let me put this one. I mean, okay, we could try a landing replay from here as well, but it's kind of unnecessary. Let's just play right here. Oh, quick landing replay, won't hurt. There we go. Really fun there. At least the nose wheel touchdown was very smooth, but yeah. Okay, pretty cool. Anyway, let's now check out some interior landing views, how exactly this fared for the passengers and from the cabin. Then we shall shut down the aircraft and call it for this particular stream. Brilliant. Let's go back there. That's too far, just a little bit right there. Let's go and check this annoying message right here. Let's check this one out. Okay.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Yeah, that was pretty firm. Was pretty firm. Okay. Let's go and check out landing view right here, or this one. And let's check this one out first. Okay, that's too much. We need to go somewhere here, and let's play. There we go. Second last landing replay here. Okay, from the cabin it didn't seem so bad from the cabin, so that's pretty cool. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead with our last landing replay, which is from the other side of the cabin, and let's put that right there. Okay. Last landing replay, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how we did from this beautiful view, one of my very favorites, twin engine wing view here on the A380. Yeah, it was firm, but it wasn't terrible from the cabin. All right. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed that landing replay. Let's now go ahead and go all the way to the taxi, shut down the aircraft where we left it, and we can call it. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, let's fast forward all this. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, let's now come in here. Let's go ahead and get the APU is already running, which is fantastic news for us. Let's shut down all the engines there. There we go. Request deboarding, please. Perfect. Perfecto. Okay, let's get our crew oxygen supply off. That can come off. Let's get this off. Let's get that off. Let's get that off. Let's get that off. Let's get that off. Let's get all our tanks off here. Okay, off, 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 off. Brilliant. Let us do that. That is fantastic. Let's actually request ground services. Let's put a ground power unit up there. Let's get external power going here. Turn off our APU as well. Okie dokie. That, I believe, finishes off everything here apart from nav light, which we're going to leave on here. Everything is done. Good. Good, 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 good. Let's put all of that off. FD off too. Perfect. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed that little flight there. We are deboarding in the air somehow. Yep, there we go. Deboarding in the air somehow. But I hope you guys enjoyed that flight because I had lots of fun. Although it wasn't the best landing in the world, that was still quite fun. So yeah, that was really interesting. So I have now warmed up with the A380. I will be flying more flights with it because I really miss flying this absolutely beautiful freeware. As soon as I can, I'll see if I can make this thing work in 2024, but although I've seen people do it, it just doesn't do well for me. Once again, thank you very much to EM Anas for tuning in. Thank you very much. I believe it's Syed Daniel also tuned in. Thank you very much. V1 Rotate, the Transport Lad. Thank all of you for tuning into my live stream here. Thank you very much for coming into the chat. So yeah, I appreciate it. I need to get the proper airport for Muscat though. As much as this freeware is amazing, it is missing quite a big chunk of the airport which isn't modeled, so I do want to get my hands on that airport. But anyway, besides that, welcome to Muscat International. Thank you very much for being with me on this stream. I shall catch you in the next one. There is a video that I've already recorded, that is the Black Square Duke. I have recorded a nice little video with that. I'll be putting that out sometime next week. Not this week, sometime in the coming week. As in the week after the coming week is what I mean, yeah. And no, this week. Yeah, I'll put it out sometime this week, the coming week. Alright, so within 8 days it should be out, is what I mean. I'm also planning the A380 flight from Bangkok to Dubai. That's going to be a different style of video that I'm going to try out for the first time, so make sure that you guys let me know what you think about that. Once again, thank you very much. Have a good day. Catch you in the next one, and bye-bye.